is going on to all my Aries out there? Please make sure to get the book on Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The links will be in the description box below as usual. If you'd like to contact me for personal reading, my email address as well as prices are in the description box below. And as I started to talk about, you want to go ahead and get yourself those 3 courses. I mean, you can get yourself one, which will kind of put you on the path towards better understanding of how to date and who to date. But you really want to go ahead and get all 3. It's $100 course, right? 3 courses. All 3 of them combined will only take up about 40 some odd minutes of your time. I didn't really want to have keep people's attention for too long, more than it's necessary. Other than that, though, it's a lot of very good information, something that you will use. And you know, so many people are thinking about finances and like relationships, and you know those are the daily worries that most people think about. Finances, right? Finances, dating, and whom they're hanging out with, right? That they call their partner, right? They want this person to have some sort of prestige, right? Money, power, and fame, right? They also want to be able to get along with that person, right? Or they should want to get along with that person. Well, in the courses, I basically explain how to do that, right? So you want to go ahead and get those all 3 of them, $300, right? We'll get you all 3 courses, but it will be one of the best $300 that you've ever spent. Another thing, a lot of y'all gonna have to stop playing cheap in the sense of, and I don't mean playing cheap in the sense of, come on, give me some more money to scam you per se, right? What I'm saying is that y'all know, or y'all are supposed to know, that when you're coming to me, you're getting quality stuff. You're getting stuff that can change your life. The whole reason why you came to me in the first place is because you understand that you needed you needed something to change who you are. You needed something to legitimately change something about yourself, right? This is correct. So when you came to me in the first place, it means that you already understand that you're going to have to be able to do some sort of work to actually see the change that you want. That's why you come here. It may sound expensive. I disagree. I think it's a very good investment, because if you were to get the courses, get any one of my tarot readings and stuff like this, you're going to get jam-packed with a lot of tactical things that you can use to actually change your life. So the cards that I come up with for Aries is the 6 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 10 of Wands, Page of Cups, Knight of Wands, 3 of Cups, okay, Lovers, Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 2 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, Ace of Wands, and last but not least, the 8 of Pentacles. So, what I'm seeing here for the Aries is, some of you Aries may have gotten with someone, but it ended very quickly, soon after it began, okay? The 6 of Swords, moving away from this relationship, right? 6 of Swords, moving away from the relationship. 7 of Cups, realizing that you're not sliding backwards. You can find better than this. The 10 of Wands, and proceeding to actually go look to find out if you can find better than this, right? Because the person whom you may have been on that little hiatus with, getting to know, you realize this didn't necessarily really do you any good. The 2 of you were just with each other for a very short period of time. May have even been a week, 2 weeks, right? Before you Aries started to realize, nope, you're not backsliding, right? So the Page of Cups, The Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands now represents this person not necessarily understanding that the relationship is over between the two of you, right? I mean, it's not to say that the two of you actually had some sort of relationship going on for a long period of time. No, the two of you may have even had something going on for about a month, and before you Aries decided to turn this relationship off, right? Cut them off. And this person is already kind of trying to play games with you, and come on, don't be like that. I don't understand why you're like that in the first place. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups represents the reason why you're like that in the first place is because you realize that they are untrustworthy even when they're trying to reconciliate with you. It may not necessarily be something that may be truthful. And the thing is that the lovers and the Queen of Cups represents the bond that the two of you have. You Aries like this person, and this person likes you right back. But the problem is that the question is are the two of you functional as a relationship together? Can the two of you make it work? So what I'm honestly seeing here is the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords is about you, Aries, thinking about giving this some sort of try and actually proceeding to try it out again with these people. You want to make sure that if you ever have to break up with this person again, for real, where it's like really, you don't really want to be with them, then you're going to know that it's real, right? Because, sometimes we'll get back with people because you're giving them a second chance, right? You're showing mercy. And then when they do it again, if you're still alive to tell the story, because you know how dangerous certain situations can be, then now you know, like, okay, this is what this person is on. So the Two of Swords now, the Two of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, right, represents how this is a situation where you Aries were thinking about getting back together with them. That's what the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords was about. But the Two of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords is about how you Aries are too precautious of it, about the kind of crazy, about how the two of you didn't necessarily get along. So what I can honestly see here so far is that the Aries are starting to not really want dysfunctional relationships, because Aries is unfortunately, it's one of those zodiac signs where Aries is a hopeless romantic, the men and the women. And that can oftentimes find them in a world of problems, because they spend a lot of their time going after people thinking that it's some sort of like untrue story, They want to domesticate the wild individual, and oftentimes they land up in a lot of heartbreak. So what the Aries has to learn is to look at it more realistically. But the thing is that you Aries are on the right track. You are, because you're starting to figure out what you don't want. You don't want craziness. You don't want crazy relationships. Here's another thing that a lot of you Aries need to work on, though. What you Aries need to be working on, though, is you Aries need to be working on figuring out what you do want, right? Because it's not enough to just figure out what you don't want, what you don't want to see. You also have to start figuring out what you do want. You understand what I mean? What kind of people do you like? What kind of, what kind of body you like on them? What kind of eye color you like on them? What kind of style do you like? Really get to know a person You know, really get to know their character. That's very important. The Ace of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles is about like the Ace of Wands representing the need for duty. It represents obligation in this reading. And the Ace of Wands is about you have an obligation, obviously, to yourself to stop hanging around crazy individuals. And, you know, too often times, and this is something that I've seen myself, too often times, Aries people, remember it, right? They represent war. But too often times, Aries people will find themselves in certain situations where they have to learn how to cultivate seeing what's right in front of them. If a person is trying to be the baddie in this situation, stop expecting these people to change, because they are going to continue to be the baddie. Also, too, start learning how to get along with individuals who like you. The Eight of Pentacles represents a need to work on yourself, right? Because look at the person in the picture. The person is working on themselves, working on a project. And the project that you need to be working on is your own self. You need to work on reinventing yourself. Why are you attracted to individuals who you have to fight with and this, that? Do you really enjoy it so much to the point where it's worth your self-destruction? So let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Four of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Swords. Four of Cups, you're building, okay? Ten of Cups, some things you may have to walk away from that you thought that you liked, but now you don't like anymore. And the Nine of Swords, it's going to take some pain and experience for you to really start to realize what you like and what you don't like. You know, too often times people have too much hubris. You know, people don't want, you know, people don't like it. Sometimes people don't like it when I take the time out to talk in these videos. You know, I don't care. You know, I don't care, because at the end of the day, I know exactly what it is that I'm talking about, and I can prove everything that I choose to talk about. So I have lots of experience, okay, with love and dating and things of this nature. And most of the things that people find what dating is, or they think what dating is, it's really the ego. And they're really interested in playing games. And ultimately, people who play games are losers. That's why it is I keep saying everybody needs to stop playing games. Because people who play games, they get too paranoid. That's the problem. They get way too paranoid. Now it's like, you know, somebody can't be respectful to me because they're up to something. And it's like, no, you just out of your mind. So now you looking crazy, and the person who was choosing up on you and maybe even trying to get to know you slowly, right? They ain't necessarily trying to take food off your table or trying to play you or anything like that. You told them to F off. So this person F'd off. Now they're hanging out with somebody, and the next thing you know, you all heartbroken because now it's, I actually told this good person for me who actually was in my corner to F off. Yes, you did. So, because of the paranoia. Because that's what the games do. The games set up paranoia. So let's clarify the Three of Swords. Let's get to it. The World, Five of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. The way to the world is through the Three of Swords, the heart. You know? And I've been saying this. You know, too often times people find themselves in a delicate situation because they're not indestructible. The people who come to me and get readings, they know how they can become indestructible. Got to go through the heart. If you want me to explain that some more, you have to see me during a private reading. The Five of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, right? The Five of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles represents how... the Five of Pentacles represents trying to evolve past animalistic what most people consider to be love is, which is based upon the ego, towards man type of love, in the sense of evolution to divinity, right? Because it's the animal, it's the human, quote unquote, and then it's divinity. Most people are too stuck on the context of the animal, ownership, not seeing the truth of who they are, egotistic perspectives. Most people can't even admit that they're on a level of ego when it comes to dating. They sitting up there trying to deal with a partner, trying to control that partner, or trying to convince that partner to change. At what point do you understand that this partner is not going to stop slapping you, or not going to stop talking to you crazy, or not going to stop disrespecting you, before you realize it's time to walk away? From the minute they start doing it, and it's not called for, it's time to step away. You're not obligated to these people, and all of these excuses is really making you look some kind of way, to be honest, because the people who allow other people to slap them up and do all this craziness and talk crazy to them, especially when you're not like in some sort of fist fight where you have to defend yourself, just hauling off and putting their hands on you on both sides. It's crazy. And then the last card that I have is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is about, one of the things that you need to make sure is this person is putting in sweat equity and effort into a relationship the same way you are. That's one of the ways on how you know this person is really interested in this relationship. If they're putting in sweat equity and they're not holding it over your head, that's how you know they like you. That's how you know it's real. Because too many times too, that's another thing too that people will do. People will put in sweat equity and make a move on something and then keep score. Well, I did this for you, how come you won't do this? And on either side it goes, right? That's a very dangerous game, because you're operating on a level of ego, because you're operating on a level of manipulation. You think of people as toys because you have to manipulate them. You have to oblige people. It's like, if for instance, it's like Valentine's Day. If you kicking it with somebody and then the person is like, so what you gonna get me for Valentine's Day? I'm not gonna get that person for anything for Valentine's Day, because everything that I will do for the person who I'm dating has to come from the heart. Otherwise, it's not real. So why would I even do that? But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.